Hello YouTube, this is galacticmarine501's and I want to show you a painting that I did for my art class. Um, it's from, it's a modified drawing. It was based on a drawing in an art book, but I modified it. I added my own little touch to it. Changed up a few things, changed the colors, changed the shapes a little bit. Gave it my own little perception of the drawing. Um, yeah, and I think it turned out pretty good. I actually did a sketch of this. Here, I'm gonna get the sketch first. I did a sketch of this, then used a projector to do a transfer onto a canvas, and then I painted the canvas. The sketch actually happened about like 3 months prior to the canvas. And the sketch was at the beginning of the semester, and the canvas is sort of my last hurrah in art class for the semester. And I'm just going to pull all this out and try to find the other cover of my sketchbook. So much crap in my... Oh god, really? I have a comp notebook, about 32 papers, and... yeah, inside my sketchbook. Okay, well anyway, here we go. Here's the original drawing that I did. It's of a fire spirit girl. And I really like this drawing. But, and I really sort of like the way that I made her hair. The inner flame is her hair, in fact. And, so I took this drawing and I transferred it onto canvas, and here's the final canvas project. I'm still not done with it. I'm working on the lining. If you can see, the arm and the face is lined already. I'm actually doing 3 of these. I'm doing another one that's an assassin commandant, and another one after that that's undecided yet. I'm thinking of doing a succubus, but the thing is, I don't think I can do the succubus because as my art teacher well stated, the drawing does show a little too much cleavage for it to be school appropriate. Let's go. But I really like the succubus, because not for the fact that it's showing that much cleavage, but for the fact that it's a succubus dancing with a skeleton, like ballroom dancing with a skeleton. I mean, how much cooler can you get? So anyway, I'm totally undecided on the third one. I'm either thinking about trying to modify the succubus's clothing so it's not as bad, or maybe doing a synundry. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's really sort of cool. It's I like the composition of that one. Whereas this one was mostly just the flames. My next one, the Assassin Commandant, is actually the Assassin Commandant stepping out of what looks like broken glass, which is really cool looking. And I was hoping to get the 2 of these done for tomorrow's art fair, but I'm not going to because obviously I am not even done with this one. I've already started the Assassin Commandant, though. She's like 3/4 of the way done, but I basically... Here, compare it to this. I've done her. Now I have to do the background here, and then this background. So you can see the fire, the inner flame, is slightly lighter than the outer one. And there's a reason. And if you look, there's actually... This part, the bottom corner of this, came out really well, then the rest just sort of turned red. And so, yeah. I'm going to finish the lining on this one tonight. It's my goal. That's why I took it home, so I could finish this and not have to deal with it at school. But, yeah. So anyway, comment if you want me to do more videos on art that I do. Actually, you know what? I'm writing a manga with a few of my friends, and I'm actually in the character prototyping process. I'm gonna ask for some opinions on these characters. Um, regardless. Oh yeah, by the way, we were assigned to do a color wheel. This is what I did. I didn't do a normal color wheel. I had to go a little different. Sadly, any of you who go to my old school, not the one I'm going to this semester, but my old one, will get this joke. Sadly, Miss V doesn't allow that much creativity. Hers is her art class, the one that I took last year with Miss V, who the people who go to my old school will know who I'm talking about, and hopefully she doesn't watch my videos. Because if she does, then I'm totally going to get screwed over for this, but I highly doubt she does. But anyway, yeah, she's kind of like, she basically said, draw a color wheel, it has to look like this, good luck. And my new art teacher basically said, draw a color wheel, have fun with it, was his take on that. So, I had fun with it. Anyway, on to the characters. The first one is an Alrune, which is a girl basically made of plants. There are quite a few male and female characters. Here's her face. Terra is her name. I also did a full body sketch of her. And a few of her abilities. She actually has a gigantic scythe. I actually patterned the scythe on Merlucia loosely. Thorns, thorn vines, leaves, different leaves. Leaves that look like bananas, more leaves, vines, claws, and she can extend her limbs. Yes. Don't make the joke. I already see it coming. Then, the male protagonist, I guess, is Scipio. He has 13 randomly scarred into his face, and he's blind. The second female protagonist is Karna. She's a wolf girl. Oh, Scipio is a necromancer, by the way. This guy's prototype is so badly drawn because I had to knock it up in 5 minutes at the end of an art class. But, yeah, I really am. They get worse as we go on because I had to knock these up in 2 minutes when I could get the people who were there to talk to. Yeah. Xander, he's a Revenant, which is basically a really high-level vampire. Zena, she's a succubus. I don't know why I like succubus so much. I guess I just like the sort of, I don't know. I honestly do not. Arcanos, he's a demon. I was trying to draw sort of more Sephiroth resembling hair on him, considering I did give Scipio sort of Sephiroth's sword, as well as like 5 different swords and gun blades. So anyway, here's his full body drawing. There's the hilt of his sword on the top. Here's his shorter curved blade. There's the handle of his gun blade and the barrels. You see, I actually do good drawings, but then I also do terrible ones because I don't put enough time into them. Arcanos, he was a more simplistic character. He's got a giant bone sword, and that's actually in scale to him. And I know what the bone sword looks like. Actually, I had to modify it about 5 times. If you can see erasures in there, like, nope, that still looks a little too inappropriate. So, Xander, again, I'm not hugely happy about this character, Xander. I didn't create him. He was created by one of my staff, I guess. I have 3 others working with me on this. I'm not going to name them because I don't know. So anyway, here he is. Just sort of, there's his handgun which fires silver bullets, because he is a vampire hunter. Karna, the more I think about it, the more I realize where the girl on my team that was trying to do that told me to do Karna. The more I think about it, the more I understand where she got her inspiration. I now realize that it's Liru the werewolf from Magipoka, and I just didn't see it until she gave me the full body concept. And so yeah, Zera, obviously being a succubus, she's going to be about on the same level. But yeah, here's Zera. Actually, story note, because I'm never going to release this to you guys. Zera and Scipio are actually brother and sister. Here's a concept, just something that I drew because I was bored. I don't know what I based it off of, but it's basically a horribly disfigured guy, and yeah. Also, inexplicably, Final Fantasy Advent Children squared. Literally every weapon from Final Fantasy Advent Children. I don't think I missed any. Actually, I'm 97% sure that's... Yeah, the sword is totally accurate. Cloud's Sundry is totally accurate, except for the grip. I didn't do the grip very well. Yeah, we've got Cid's pike up there, Sephiroth's katana, Law's gauntlet, Yazu's gunblade, Barrett's hand. Whose guns are these? Oh, Vincent's gun and claw. Yuffie's star, Kadaj's sword, which I did really badly. I actually did the Genova box too with a scar through it. I don't know why. I got bored. So anyway, then I got sort of ticked off at my friend for basically giving us Liru, that I went back and redesigned the costume, and we're actually going to have her wearing this for the first 3 volumes that she appears in. So, yeah. A lot more mysterious. Then, Terra's parents and master are only going to appear in 3 frames. In 2 frames, 1 frame each. So, I kind of drew them up really fast. Here's her master. I actually based him on Sensei Wu from Ninjago. Loosely. The mustache is a giveaway. He's wearing a mushroom. He has a mushroom on his head. Here are parents. I don't know why they look Japanese. They do, though. Partially because the mom's wearing a kimono. Here's the great tree that I didn't bother coloring because it was so simple that I'm just like, yeah, what colors is it going to be? Alrune House, made out of a seed pod. Actually based out of an episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars. Or a story arc in Star Wars The Clone Wars. If you can tell me what that story arc is, bonus brownie points. Anyway, next, the Ground of the Darkened Zealots. Don't ask me where I got that name. I was playing Halo Reach, and I'm like, wait, Zealot, let's see. And I'm like, wow, the Ground of the Darkened Zealots would be a nice name for the castle of the vampires that... Yeah, what's his name? Xander has to fight. Then we have Zera and Scipio in a younger form. See, Scipio does not have his scars. He has an eye bandage at this age. And his hair is slightly different. Then I actually, in order to basically make it easier for me to draw lots of enemies faster, I created the shaded. They're basically just, I based them off of the Flood because I was playing a lot of Halo at that time. And they're basically just really odd looking things. Then I drew these Duskull in various poses. Different Duskulls. This one's the only one I used a picture for. This one's the actual Duskull. This one's a little different. This one is sort of a graffiti Duskull that I did. This one's This one's an extremely realistic one. Here's another extremely realistic one. This one's one that I just designed, and I had him holding the lantern that he only holds in certain games. Then, oh, hang on. Actually, I found the picture that I based the good one off of. There we go. Not perfect, but